Hello, welcome to Cooking Chanel. I'm your host, Raincloud. Tonight is episode 2, and we got a very special guest tonight who's going to cook one of his favourite meals. His name's Dignan. Come in, Dignan. What's your name again?
Dignan Belfie Stick.
Yeah, Dignan Belfie Stick is here today. He's a good friend of mine. What are we cooking?
Pasta et fiogoli.
Yeah, and you want to tell us a bit about what that is?
It's pasta, and the translation is pasta and beans.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And what type of meal is that? Do you know?
It's a hot meal.
Hot meal.
Yeah.
And what kind of occasion would you like to cook that in? What?
For mates. Yeah.
For mates. And
Yeah,
it's a real
the
easy
Dolce
meal.
Vita.
It's really an easy meal to put together.
Yeah.
With quite cheap products. It's usually in season as well, which is it's a benefit of tonight's dish. All right. And what are the first couple of steps?
Well, first steps, put the pasta on.
All right. Should we do that now?
Yep. Okay.
We'll start with the pasta.
All right.
So we've got a 750 gram of large spirals.
Family pack.
Family pack. And some room for that. We've got water on the boil already. Make sure it's at boiling temperature.
We're going to put a bit of salt in.
And we've got some salt here as well, which we'll just throw in just a nice generous pinch too. And then we add the pasta.
The whole lot?
I don't know, it's all,
Yeah.
So you don't use all the pasta tonight. And then next step is we'll probably just chop up the onion.
Pretty much your standard precursor to any good pasta.
Yeah.
Onion and garlic.
Yeah.
So
and then
just chop
up. What is that? We got 5 cloves of garlic. We got 1 brown onion.
I think it's a white
onion. White, sorry. And so we'll chop that up, and then and that's sort of step 1. Yeah.
Oh hey. Garlic.
Smells good.
Garlic.
Welcome back to Cooking Chanel. We've got the pasta. It's on the boil. That's going to come off pretty soon, isn't it?
Very soon.
Very soon.
About 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes for that. We've chopped up the garlic and the onion, and now we're going to add some. What's next, Ben? Dignan?
Extra virgin olive oil. Just a few glugs.
Yeah.
And then get your onion and cook it till it's sort of soft and gold. Same with your garlic, and that'll be the start of a delicious pasta. Right.
Yeah.
Now.
Cool.
Yeah. And maybe a few bits of
Some nice
rosemary.
rosemary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just pull it straight off the stick, really, can't you?
Oh yeah. Like that.
Yeah, that's great. And just add it into the pan. Let that cook.
Yeah. Pat it all down. Keep it.
Yeah. So we'll just leave that to cook for a bit. Maybe we'll do a bit of a question time if you.
Okay.
You
We might need to take this off
halfway through.
halfway through, maybe even right now.
Okay. We're gonna wait for question time, and we're gonna take the pasta off.
I'll just grab the colander.
This is a key part of the dish actually, because there's a little trick involved in this step, which you might not have seen before. What's the trick then?
Because
we're gonna
half time, rather than your standard 12 minutes.
Yeah. So we've halved the time for cooking the pasta.
We stop cooking it.
Yeah.
And then reserve.
This is the key bit.
Reserving the pasta water at the same time.
Don't put the pasta water down the sink.
Save it.
Save it.
Well,
We're going to use that later. What's the reason behind that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where did you learn it?
In Italy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were there last week, weren't you? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time there.
Yeah.
I've got good friends there.
Yeah. What were you doing in Italy?
Checking out the buffaloes.
Okay. Yeah. And you actually learned to make cheese, buffalo cheese, didn't you?
Yeah. Buffalo di mozzarella.
Yeah.
Mozzarella. A lot of muda.
Yeah. All right. So we still got that going. That's frying away, and maybe a little bit more olive oil. And then what's the next step in this? I want to turn the heat up on that.
Oh yeah, I might just go to that one.
Yeah. And what's the next step, Ben?
The next step is to get the beans.
Yeah. Which we've been leaving soaking for the last 6 hours.
Yeah, they've been soaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, cannellini beans.
Yeah. Soak them for 6 hours.
Yep. And then, you might not need as much water.
Yeah. So you don't need to save all the water.
All the water, not all the water. And then you do the honors. You pour in the pre-soaked beans.
Yeah. With 6 hours is usually the best time. And do we put the other one in?
No.
Okay. We open both cans though.
Later.
Okay. Oh, later.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but they're pre-soaked.
Okay. And what have you been up to lately, Dignan? Tell me about what you've been working on. Hey, welcome back to Cooking Chanel. We're up to the next step in tonight's episode. Do you want to tell us about what the next step is?
Next step is wanging.
What's a wang?
This.
Okay.
It's a wanger.
Alright. We're going to wang.
So wanging up the pre-soaked beans in the pasta.
That was the water we set aside earlier on in the episode. It was one of the hints of today's episode. So now we're going to do this next. Alright, just a bit loud as well. So just
don't stick your fingers in it. Come closer.
What's it called? What's the full name?
Fiogoli. Pasta
fiogoli.
But it's sort of soupy, like your classic minestrone.
Alright, that's step 3 done.
Thing Jack goes I'm gonna be clean tonight, dig it.
Hello, welcome back to Cooking Chanel. Tonight's episode is episode 2, pasta e fagioli. We've done a lot of the food prep. We're just letting everything settle for a second, and we're going to have a bit of a question time. So, Dignan, what have you been up to recently? Tell me, what have you been working on? Growing herbs.
Planting.
Yeah.
Trees and picking flowers.
Excellent. Yeah. I just got a few questions to ask you as well. All right. In a magazine, an interview you did for Floristry magazine, you said that you once said that you didn't like cartoons because you get distracted by what the voice actors look like in real person. Why would you say something like that?
Because I just imagine Eddie Murphy in a little box when he's playing the donkey, jumping around. That's all I see. Is Eddie Murphy.
It takes away from the message from the cartoon. The best job, you said the best job you ever had was doing the paper run when you were a child. Can you tell me about that job?
Yep.
Yeah.
Used to get in Dad's truck and he would drive around with me on the back and I would just throw the papers at the neighbours.
Just into the front porch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes just get it onto the driveway.
Yeah. Excellent. And how long have you been cooking for?
For about 15 minutes.
Okay, no, how long have you been cooking where did you learn to cook?
I learned to cook from Jamie in Italy. Yeah.
Who's Jamie?
A guy from Italy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we have time for questions. What's the next step?
Next step would be to put the tomato paste.
Yep. Which we made. We actually made this morning.
Yep. Pre-made. Turn the gas up a bit.
Excellent. And we just
a scoop.
Just one scoop. Lighting's not very good, is it?
Okay, just going to transfer all this yummy stuff into a bigger saucepan.
And this is the saucepan that we cook the pasta in, which is good for, that's going to save washing up and later on.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Which is what this is about. This is about easy cooking, not much cleaning to do.
Paper plates? Are you a paper plate person?
No. And now what's the next step?
You can do the next step.
Awesome.
It's the beans, the pre-soaked beans.
So this is the second half of the beans that we put aside earlier, that we soaked for 6 hours, and now I'm going to add them straight into the saucepan. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. And now we just stir and mix all those flavours in together. There's the onion, the garlic, the rosemary, a bit of salt. Stir it through in the saucepan.
But wait.
Now this is the second hint of today's episode. What is it?
It's Mad Millie's smoke flavour.
And what are we doing with that?
Putting it in there.
Yeah, excellent. That brings a real smoky taste to the dish.
Yeah. Can't do too much, otherwise it just tastes like
amount.
bushfire.
And where would someone pick this up from? Where would they get that?
From the Sondrain Smells shop on Rathdown Street.
Yeah, Sondrain Smell Shop on Rathdown Street. How much should we put in?
I wing it usually, but
yeah, that was very little. That's all you need. That's
blow your head off.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Now
give it a simmer.
Cut.
Hey, Rain Cloud.
Yeah.
Do you want to grind some pepper?
Yes, please. And this is the next step of the show. Do you not have a pepper grinder?
No, that's best flavour maker. Got it from Italy.
What would you call it? What's it called?
Flavour maker.
Okay. So you just want to crush all that pepper, really increase the surface area of this seasoning. And that's going to add a lot of flavour to our dish, and really bring it to life.
And that's exactly what it is, Rain Cloud, increasing the surface area.
Hello, welcome back to Cooking Chanel. I'm the host, Rain Cloud. I'm with my friend Dignan tonight. We're making our way through this dish. What's the next step?
Pour the reserved pasta water from before into the top of the rest of it that we did before.
Into the sauce, straight into the sauce.
Straight into all the other stuff.
And this has the kind of leany beans in it, which we, what did we do to them?
Wanged them.
We wanged them earlier.
Yeah, so now you've got your soupy base. and once that gets up to speed, we can chuck in the half-cooked pasta to catch up and then be cooked.
And then we cook the rest of the pasta inside the saucepan in that soupy broth, and then that's it, isn't it?
It goes from half al dente to full time.
To full al dente.
How little have we gained, and how much have we lost?
Well, welcome back to the Cooking Chanel, episode 2. I'm with my friend Dignan here. We're cooking pasta fiogoli. One of the great additions that you can do with this is bread, isn't it?
Yeah.
It goes really well with all soups, but this one in particular, really soak up all those flavours we've been working on. What?
Pain. Italian word.
Pain.
No, French.
Yeah, and so today we've actually got a special surprise. We've made a loaf of bread, which is in the oven at the moment. Let's see how it's going. Here it goes, and it's all ready. Just be careful because it's hot. You have it. And just on the chopping board, we're going to serve it. We're not going to chop it now because we're going to serve it on the table like that. Really nice presentation in the middle, and everyone can just help themselves and then use it to dip into the soup.
When I saw you last night, I feel a chill down my spine. Something I've never experienced before. I'm not.
We're getting towards the end of the dish now. This is one of the last steps. We're going to add that half-cooked pasta that we put aside earlier. We're going to put it into the saucepan. Dignan, fire away.
Okay, rain cloud.
Now we just tip it in there. And then we just put it in. It's good to do it in one chunk. Now stir it through, bring it to the boil. We've got another 6 minutes to cook that pasta through, and then it's ready to go. Hello, welcome back to Cooking Chanel. We're getting towards the end of the episode now. The food's all ready to go. It's been a fun night, hasn't it, Ben? I mean, Dignan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's the highlight of tonight's show, Ben, for you?
Merely.
Yeah, and my highlight was definitely the loaf of bread.
Yeah.
All right, now let's serve it up. This is what the show's about. It's cooking for friends. So come over here. We got a table full of guests. Hey Michelle, how are you?
Yeah, very well. Thanks for having us on
Hey
today.
Sam, how you going?
Macca!
Hey James.
Hey.
Yeah. So we've got the bread on the table. Slice up some bread, and then serve it up with some soup, and then it's all ready to go. Thanks a lot for watching.
Yay!